Today we will discuss another concept, that is friend function. Friend function. Friend function means it is a function, but it is declared as with keyword friend. First, what is the need of friend function? You see here, you know that throughout this chapter that private members cannot be accessed from outside the class. That means till now what type of program you have done, that means a class is declared, members are there, data members and member functions. So member functions can only access the data members that is within that class only. But sometimes it is required that one function that might be requiring data members of one class and another class. That means a function requires, or a function needs to manipulate the data member of two classes. For example, here you can see, consider a case where two classes, manager and scientist, have been defined. Suppose scientist scientist is a manager. So scientist class and manager class. Scientist class is having some data. Scientist name, its salary, and manager class is also having some extra salary or salary that is given to the manager. But scientist, the same person is scientist and same person is manager. So if you want to calculate the income tax, so income tax means that should have the data from scientist as well as manager. So both the classes should be accessible to the income tax, or the data members inside both the classes should be required to calculate the income tax function. In that case, friend function is required, because previously what I told, a class contains its own data member and own function. Here the own function or own member function can manipulate or the data member of that class only. But here it is the requirement that some function, suppose income tax, that requires the data members from both the classes should be there to calculate the income tax. So in this case you require a friend function. So you can understand the points under the friend function. It is not under the scope of the class where it is declared as friend. Since it is a friend function, means that function, suppose income tax function, is not under a single class. It belongs to both the classes. So it cannot be a exact member function. Okay. And the restriction is that it can be invoked like the normal function without the help of an object. Till now what you know, that create a class, then create the object dot member function. But here that function, although that is defined inside the class or declared inside the class, that is not under the control of a single class. So how a single class object can access? No, that means it is simply will be called directly. You see the example. Here it is a example that demonstrates how friend function work as a bridge between the classes. That means suppose there is a class ABC and another class XYZ. You see XYZ contains a member X and ABC contains a member A. So suppose you want to find maximum of X and A. That means X belongs to XYZ class and A belongs to ABC class. So how can you find the maximum of X and A? You can find through a function which is a friend function. So now we see friend void max XYZ comma ABC because both the classes are required. And in ABC also you see same declaration is there, friend void max XYZ comma ABC, same declaration. How it will be defined? It is defined as void max, not under the scope, not by using the scope resolution, because that function is not under the scope of a single class because it belongs to both the classes. And definition of friend, you can see here definition of friend, that means friend function is defined without the help of the class, although it is declared inside the class. So here you can see void max XYZ M comma ABC N. So you want to find the maximum. So M dot X and N dot A. If M dot X is greater than or equal to N dot A, C out M dot X, else C out N dot A. Now here you can see main function. ABC is there and small ABC is the object. ABC dot set value, that means it is setting the value for ABC data member of a ABC class. Then XYZ, small XYZ is the object, XYZ dot set value. Then max XYZ dot XYZ comma ABC. XYZ, small XYZ is the object, small ABC is the object. Here you can notice the important thing is that the max function is called without the object. So this is the need of friend function. You can take it as an example that what is friend function and write a program to find maximum of two data members where the two data members belong to two different classes. So here is the end of the program, and we will discuss something different programs next time.